Now, live from the Patriot Detroit radio complex, this is the John McCulloch Show.
And every time I heard a shot, I knew that probably represented a life. I was scared to death. I was scared for me, and I was scared for every one of them, and I was scared for my own family that just lived less than a block away. I grabbed a handful of ammunition. I ran outside. I didn't even take time to put my shoes on. And I ran across the street looking for it. I'm no hero. I am not. I think my God, my Lord, protected me and gave me the skills to do what needed to be done.
Now, here's John.
Well, Sean Belegian sitting in for John McCulloch, and I'm going to have to disagree with that gentleman that you just heard as well. One of the things I definitely want to get into today, Stephen Williford is that gentleman's name, and with all due respect, Mr. Williford, you are a hero. You are a hero. In what was another senseless tragedy, you in all likelihood made sure that there weren't more casualties. You are a hero, sir. Hi, how are you? John McCulloch has the next few days off. My name is Sean Belegian. It is a pleasure once again to be sitting in for the great John McCulloch. Thanks for inviting me into your radios, your cars, your computers, wherever it may be. Oh, and let me get this right. Facebook.com/Patriot Detroit. And we're streaming right now. Hi, Facebook. Hi, soon to be YouTube. Hi, how are you? Lots of things to get into. I'm going to be in today, and then we're going to have a special best of, kind of like a tip of the cap to the veterans tomorrow, and then I will be in on Monday again. And there are a lot of things to get into, so buckle up your seatbelt. You know what I want to get into? What bothers you? Channel 2 or Channel 4 or Channel 7 or one of the cable channels, right? What bothers you most? You want to be told the truth, right? Show of hands. How many people are sick of fake news? I am. I'm tired of it. It's disgusting. I cannot believe that human beings go through life doing it. I don't get it. Non-factual, just, emotion-based things, right? How many people are sick of that? I'm really, really sick and tired of it. This is something that, if I may just for a second, before I get to the meat of the conversation, I have been involved in sports coverage for years, whether it be the radio, whether it be calling games, whether it be occasionally on television as well for Fox 2. And I've said this for a long time to sports fans, right? You want the truth, don't you? You don't want me to lie. Imagine to those of you that turn on a Wayne State football game. Their season finale is right here on 101.5 and AM 1400, The Patriot, starting at 11:45. What if at the end of the broadcast I lied to you? What if I just lied to you? What if instead of Wayne State winning, the real score was 20-7? What if I said your final score today, Davenport 17, your Warriors 14? What if I lied? I think a lot of times, especially in sports, people, they don't want to hear what they don't want to hear. They'd rather be lied to. I often joke that my job is not to tell you what you want to hear. Like, for example, college football fans. If you want me to tell you that nobody has it better than you, I can't do that. Shout out to the Spartans. I can't tell you that nobody has it better than you. I would be lying. I can't and will not tell you what you want to hear. I'm not going to lie to you. Why am I bringing this up? Tiff, you weren't here. You're sitting in the other room right now going, okay, this guy's a madman. I have no idea what he's talking about. You know what? There's a reason why I'm bringing it up. Tiff, did you know the last time I was on the air, people got really, really mad at me? There were a lot of people that were really, really mad at me. So much so that even a couple days after I was on the air, people were still mad at me. Can I tell you why they were mad at me? Or do you care? Well, really, you don't have a choice, but I thought I'd ask just to be nice. They were mad that I told them the truth. And I must confess, I was a little disappointed. Can I tell you why I was disappointed? Because I think a lot of people on our side, on the right side, I think we realize we have to be better than that side. We have to be. We have to be honest. I mean, it's the moral thing to do, first and foremost. But if we're going to be sick of all the half-truths and lies and stretch of reality, well, then why would we do the same, right? So what line were people so mad at me about? Are you ready? Because I wouldn't say that it's illegal to kneel for the national anthem. And guess what? Today it's November 9th. I still can't say it. You know why? Because it's not true. It's not true. Now, here are some of the things, and I don't want anybody to think, if you were one of those people, I'm not mad at you. I'm talking to you like a brother or a sister to try to take emotion out of the equation, okay? Take emotion out of the equation and look at the facts of a matter. If we're going to get mad at people for not being factual, then we best be factual ourselves, correct? It's the right thing to do. No pun intended. It's the moral thing to do. Here are some of the things that I heard. First caller called in, I kid you not, and said to me, you don't know what the Hades, he used another word, you're talking about. Forget that I was actually on the football field that day. I don't know if you know this. I was on the football field. I was on Ford Field when the press release came out. And like the owner of the Lions said, as a show of unity, this is what we're going to do today. And everybody did it on that day. Forget that. Forget that. Somebody kept asking me, why are you saying this? Why are you doing this? And I will tell you again, it is our obligation to speak the truth morally. I'm not going to point the finger at somebody else and say, that's fake news if I'm doing the same thing. I'm not going to do that. Somebody else called in. This was interesting because I had never heard of this. Somebody called in and quoted Title 36, Section 301 of the U.S. Code. Are you familiar with that, Tiff? You just got a big smile on your face. You ready? I'm going to read this to you. And as a double bonus, I have somebody in my family who's a lawyer. So I checked with him. I'm sure you've seen some other things. If you don't believe me, you can look up politifact.com, for example. I pulled it up on politifact.com. Are you ready? Quote, all other persons present should face the flag and stand at attention with their right hand over their heart. And men not in uniform, if applicable, should remove their headdress with their right hand and hold it at their left shoulder, the hand being over the heart. Should. Not must, not shall, should. By law, ladies and gentlemen, by law. That is not a law. That is a suggestion. Now, I don't want one human being out there to misconstrue. I don't like it. I think that is the absolute wrong platform to do it. But I'm not going to lie to you. They have that right. Especially if their owners give them the right. And I got to be honest with you, it's gnawed at me really ever since we last chatted. And that's why I'm trying to talk to you from a reasonable standpoint. I said this then, I say it now. I have no idea how somebody can say that they are working against divisiveness, that they want to promote unity. This is really all about unity. And the way to promote unity is to do something divisive. I have no idea how that makes sense. But much like we were talking about before, the hypocritical ways, unfortunately, are real. And this is what I've said to a few of my friends that are behind this. Oh, so you don't think they have the right? No. Don't move the goalposts on me. I know you have the right, okay? But can you answer me this? How is a divisive act going to unite? How is that possible? How is something that people like me, people like so many of you, how is that going to unite? But I have a bigger reason for doing this. Can we all stress to not become what we detest? Can we do that? Can we all try our hardest? We're humans. We're sinners. I'm a sinner. Okay? I'm a sinner. I believe that Christ died on the cross for my sins, but that doesn't make me a non-sinner. I'm still a sinner. Okay? We're all going to make mistakes. But you know what? We have to be very careful in today's political culture, don't we? We can't become what we detest. We can't continue to say things like, yeah, man, you know it's against the law. It's not true. We can't do that. And you know what? It makes us look dumb. And we already are told we're dumb enough for our beliefs, and we're already called enough names and chastised enough and all of that, okay? Why would you want to put a target right on yourself? It's hard when emotions are involved. Trust me. I know that. I would love to say, no, you can't do that. But unfortunately, you can. And we have to respect that. And I was really, Tiff, honestly, and again, no offense, no hard feelings, anything like that. But I was really taken aback at how so many like-minded individuals were kind of spreading something that wasn't true. We need to stop that, don't we? I mean, unless you like fake news, but you're not going to get it from me. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm sorry. I can't. I hope you can respect that morally. All right, love to get your thoughts. A lot of stuff to throw at you today. I wanted to start with that. 800-923-9385. That's 800-923-9385. 800-923-WDTK would also help. Let's go quickly. Can we go to Bruce? Bruce has been hanging on. Bruce, I appreciate your patience, sir. You are on The Patriot with Sean Belegian. Hi, Bruce.
Well, hi, Sean. It's good to hear your voice again.
Thanks for calling in, Bruce. Really appreciate it, my friend.
Well, my pleasure. You know, the question you asked about the lying, what do you find worse? Well, I'll tell you, I don't know what's worse, the fact that they do lie or the way they do it. They just look you straight in the camera and they tell you 2 + 2 = 5.
It's incredible.
Yeah, and they must really think that the folks, those of us over here in flyover country, are a bunch of rubes, country bumpkins and that type of thing. I'm 65 years old. I've been around the block a few times, and I can be pretty sure of when somebody's handing me a load of what.
Did you, Bruce, on that line? Oh, we lost you. Oh, I'm sorry about that. But, Bruce, that's a perfect segue to this. Please tell me you guys saw Tucker Carlson absolutely, positively disassemble Donna Brazile. Please tell me you saw that. Because, Bruce, the only reason that popped into my mind is because you said you've been around the block and you're pretty good at discerning when somebody's trying to level something your way. Tucker just annihilated her. And you know what it was? It wasn't with name calling, and it wasn't with saying you're this, that, or the other thing. It was more that Tucker Carlson laugh and, are you being serious? This is some of the best spin I've ever heard. That wasn't the exact quote. I'm paraphrasing, of course, but it was along those lines. And see, I'm with you. Bruce, you just, thank you for speaking for me. I'm already used to hearing that I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, and usually every other word you can to describe the word dumb. I'm used to that. So why on earth would I want to peddle something that isn't true? And furthermore, why would somebody get mad about that? My friends and I have a joke that we always say in sports. Why are you mad? It's not my fault your team lost. I didn't do it. It's not my fault. Well, it's not my fault that, unfortunately, there are some people out there that are peddling, fake news. And this is a plea to my brothers and sisters out there. We have to be better than them. Numbers at 800-923-9385. That's 800-923-WDTK. Sean Belegian sitting in for John McCulloch on The Patriot.
This is John McCulloch for X-Chair. If you've ever driven a luxury sports car, then you know that they are the perfect combination of both style and performance. The exact same thing can be said about the X-Chair. Not only is the X-Chair stunning to look at, but sitting in this chair, you won't believe how much more productivity you can get out of the time spent at your desk. The X-Chair supports posture in a way no other office chair can, and that improved posture, in turn, gives you more energy, better focus, and improved concentration. The makers of X-Chair want you to feel the difference for yourself. That's why they're offering my listeners this incredible deal. Go to myxchair.com, the letter X, chair.com, and not only will they knock $100 off the price, but they'll even throw in a free footrest if you use the promo code JOHN. Just go to myxchair.com now. I love my X-Chair, and you will too. Try it for yourself. I promise you won't be disappointed. Go to myxchair.com, the letter X, chair.com, myxchair.com, promo code JOHN.
Now, on-time traffic and weather on The Patriot.
I-96 westbound at Novi Road, accident left shoulder. 94 eastbound at 9 Mile, that accident cleared. M10 northwestern northbound at Telegraph, disabled vehicle cleared. Heavy traffic in the usual spots for this time of the evening. I-275 northbound between 8 Mile and 696, M5 and 96 out toward Novi. Heavy there. And 275 southbound between 696 and M14 and I-96, the Jeffries, also heavy. 696 eastbound between M10 and Evergreen, heavy as usual. 696 eastbound between Mound and Groesbeck, heavy. 696 westbound between DeQuinder and I-75, also heavy in that location. Your weather forecast tonight, cold. A chance of snow showers before 7 p.m., then a chance of flurries after 7, mostly cloudy, a low around 21. Friday, a chance of flurries before 1 p.m., mostly sunny with a high near 30. Right now, it's 39 degrees. I'm Kevin Sanderson on The Patriot, FM 101.5 and AM 1400.
When I got married and had my first child, I was not saved yet. I didn't get saved until I was 40 years old.
God has a way of changing your heart when you heed His call. On Focus on the Family Minute, John Smithbaker remembers how his perspective toward his marriage and his parenting changed.
My oldest daughter was, probably 3 or 4 years old. And I look back on that, and I was in the process of repeating what my father did. And we were probably on the road to divorce because I put myself and my career and my accomplishments ahead of my family and my wife. And then when the Lord saved me, He made me realize that there's a different way, that I need to love my wife and family like Christ loves the church.
When you follow God, your priorities will align with His. More at FamilyMinute.org.
Want to fly somewhere? Looking for cheap flights or cheap tickets? Then call. That's right. Call the low-cost airline travel hotline now for prices so low we can't publish them anywhere. Low-cost airlines has all kinds of cheap travel deals. Fly domestically and save up to 75%. You can even fly internationally and save even more. Yes, fly anywhere in the world and save a lot of money on your plane tickets. We'll even save you money with cheap travel deals on hotels, rental cars, even complete travel packages. So don't book your tickets until you call us first for the absolute cheapest prices on U.S. and international airline tickets and hotels. Call right now for prices so low they can't be published. Travel experts are here 24/7 to help.
800-515-2397. 800-515-2397. 800-515-2397. 800-515-2397.
The John McCulloch Show is sponsored in part by AzerTech Public Adjusters.
All right, welcome back in. Sean Belegian sitting in for John McCulloch. Best of John McCulloch tomorrow, and then you're stuck with me again on Monday. Sorry about that. Tiff and I were just joking. I need to share this because I think a lot of people can relate to this. Number one, drive safely on your way home. Evidently, it's not too pretty out there, wind and rain and dogs and cats living together. I don't even know why we ask our younger children what they want for dinner. Like, what an exercise in futility. The answer's the same with me all the time. Every single time. So, I'm going to be home a little late. picking up my daughter. Lauren, what do you want for dinner? Bing! Every time. It's like remember when you were a kid, you get a doll and you'd pull the string and Superman would say, I'm from Krypton. Like I could get a doll of my daughter, pull the string. McDonald's, brr, McDonald's, brr, McDonald's, brr, McDonald's, brr. Everything's McDonald's. All right, numbers again, 800-923-9385, 800-923-WDTK. Paul in Newport has patiently been hanging on the line. Paul, thank you for your patience. You're on the John McCulloch Show with Sean Belegian. Hi, Paul.
Hi, Sean. You're asking about what our pet peeves are about the way the news or fake news is reported.
Yes, sir.
And to me, it is the way it is deliberately and intentionally slanted. For example, let's suppose the neighbors notice my wife and I frequently flipping a coin, and this goes on, 2, 3, 4 times a month, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they say, what are you doing? I say, well, we're going out to eat tonight, but we can't decide what restaurant, so when we don't, we flip a coin. And they kind of tell people about it, and that's really a rather innocent thing. But then I decide I'm going to run for office, and the opposition research comes along and talks to my neighbors. And they explain the coin flipping ritual, and when's the last time you saw it happen? Well, just last night, so it gets on the news. But Paul and his wife were involved in another domestic dispute last night. According to neighbors, this is a frequent occurrence. This time, the police did not have to be called.
That's awesome, Paul. That is.
Now, I mean, they would do that.
Yeah. Oh, yes. It's and here's the thing. And thank you for the phone call, Paul, and the laugh. I might add as well. The thing that cracks me up about a situation like that. And Tiff, maybe one day I'll figure out how to use these phones. Maybe one day I'll try to figure out how to use these phones. The thing that cracks me up about that is you're not that far off. Like I looked over, I can see, past the monitor, past the little Facebook camera. Hi, Facebook. Like as soon as you did that, Tiff burst into laughter. Tiff, let me ask you something though. Like here's the thing: are you laughing because it's funny, or are you laughing because there's a semblance of truth to what Paul said?
So true.
That's what frightens me the most. Let's go to Steve hanging on the line in Rochester. Steve, thanks for your patience. You're on the John McCulloch Show with Sean Belegian. Hi, Steve. What's up, buddy?
Well, I give up on the news. I hardly watch local news anymore.
Really?
Yeah. Take the way they covered this shooting in Los Angeles. And for the first couple of days, you had an intense scrutiny, and you were looking for the lady that headed to Indonesia, and now we have nothing.
Yeah, my goodness, it really is amazing that just kind of fell. That just kind of fell by the wayside. Is that the best way to say it? I think I did it right that time, Tiff. Did I? All right. This is a big moment. Call my mom and dad. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I don't know. Is it a news cycle thing? Like, I'm not trying to be cold and callous. I'm really thinking aloud, wondering aloud, is it now on to the next big story and the tragedy in Texas? I don't know. I really don't. I don't know. All right, numbers again, 800-923-9385, 800-923-WDTK. I really want to get into this Donna Brazile stuff in a little bit. It is absolutely fascinating to me on so many different levels. But let's go back to Rochester Hills. Bill hanging on the line. Bill, thanks for your patience. You're on the John McCulloch Show with Sean Belegian. Hi, Bill.
Hey, Sean. Is my signal better?
Much better, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So this thing with the NFL, I think we're looking at this all wrong. I know you're a sports guy, but forgive me for a second. I'm not. I'm a fair-weather Lions fan at best. But this is the best thing. At no time in the NFL's history has the NFL done a better service for America, and specifically for dads, if I may be sexist for a minute here.
Mm-hmm.
Dads now get to spend more time with their families instead of being enslaved by the stupid tube. on Sundays and on Thursdays and on Monday nights. And so that's the good news. The bad news is that I feel sorry for the poor schleps that we used to tackle without helmets. All of those guys that forged the NFL, that made the NFL, that are retirees that depend on the profit sharing and all the money that comes in. And you don't know, at this point, I don't know. Maybe you can speak to that. What happens to these retirees that sort of built the NFL so that these millionaires who play for billionaires now get to disrespect the rest of the country, which is their right, but to their detriment?
Thank you, Bill. I love hearing that, and I'll tell you why I love hearing that. And again, thank you for the phone call, because two things come to play. Number one, okay, the sooner that we're just all honest about the situation, like I said at the beginning of the show, the better. Okay, I'm gonna go out on a limb that people that choose to listen to the John McCulloch show probably feel the same way as I do. I don't understand what you're doing. I don't get it. I don't get it. Can't support it. Nothing. And then when you say something like that, you know how it works. You're dumb. You're a bigot. You're a racist. Whatever. Pick any words you want. Okay. And then when I have the audacity to try to include logic and reason in the equation, I'm usually called even worse names. Okay. I everything you just said, I'm true. Okay. Yep. Can I just ask you one thing? This is about unity. Yes. This is about letting people know of the plight and, things with police officers and the plight of African Americans, whatever, okay? Why are you trying to promote unity by doing something that divides? How on earth does that make sense? If you can explain to me the logic behind promoting unity, we're going to kneel to promote unity, while at the same time there are people like Bill in Rochester Hills, Tiff, myself, many others that time out. Can't you use a different platform? Can't you use a different platform? I'm all for unity. Really, I am. As the good Lord is my witness, I am all 100% for unity. But don't talk about unity and then do something that divides. I am never going to say that I'm down with that I'm down with kneeling. And neither is Bill, and neither is Tiff, and neither are so many. That's never going to happen. I have no choice but to say, yeah, there's no law against it, but I can't get down with that. And so, as Bill said, there are a lot of people out there like Bill that said, I'm not watching anymore. Do you know people, Tiff? I know, really and truly, without naming names, I know people not only in my family, but friends of mine that said, well, that's kind of it for me in the NFL. Why would you be shocked? Why would the NFL be shocked? I don't know. I want to get into this Donna Brazil stuff next. 800-923-9385. That's 800-923-WDTK. Sean Belegian sitting in for John McCulloch here on 101.5 and AM 1400 The Patriot.
Now, on-time traffic, news, and weather on The Patriot.
M39, the Southfield southbound at Warren, an accident in the right lane and right shoulder. I-96 westbound at Novi Road, accident left shoulder. Livernois between Square Lake and South Boulevard closed for construction scheduled through late November. Maple between Haggerty and Drake closed due to road construction scheduled through November 30th for culvert repairs. I-96, the Jeffries westbound at West Grand Boulevard, construction has the left lane closed. Traffic is slowing from Warren Avenue. And slowdowns in the usual spots for this time of the evening. M10 northbound, the Lodge northbound between Forest Avenue and Webb, heavier traffic there. M39, the Southfield northbound between Warren Avenue and Grand River, heavy as well. 94 westbound between Mount Elliott and Telegraph, heavy traffic. And 96 westbound between 696 and Wixom Road, heavier traffic there as well. Your weather forecast tonight, a chance of snow showers before 7 p.m., then a chance of flurries after 7, mostly cloudy, low 21. Friday, a chance of flurries before 1 p.m., mostly sunny with a high near 30. Friday night, increasing clouds, a low around 21. Right now, 39 degrees. From the townhall.com newsroom. Police have a man in custody suspected of setting over 20 fires in Detroit. Marzane Porter was charged with 6 counts of arson today, but the Detroit police chief says more charges may follow. Police arrested Porter after noticing a pattern in vacant and occupied house fires near Gratiot Avenue and Hoover Street. The suspect lives in the center of the arson pattern. The chief judge of the Macomb County Circuit Court has ordered County Clerk Karen Sprenger to clean up a backlog of filings in her office. The judge cited over 2,800 e-filing bundles dating back 1 month in a letter to Sprenger. Judge James Burnett also wants the processing of criminal history reports and paper court filings brought up to date. There are a number of job openings in the clerk's office, and Sprenger is facing multiple complaints about her leadership. The judge said appropriate measures will be taken to make sure the work is done in a timely manner. I'm Kevin Sanderson, reporting on The Patriot, FM 101.5 and AM 1400.
This is John McCulloch for Dr. Richard Klein at the Michigan Head and Neck Institute. It's amazing how many symptoms that a TMJ disorder can cause. When Dr. Klein first became interested in treating a TMJ problem, there was not much known about it. Today, the academic knowledge is much more advanced. Neck aches, headaches, ear pain, dizziness, sensitivity to sounds, ears buzzing, blurred vision, a flow of tears without crying, and pain in or behind the eye can all be due to a TMJ disorder. It's not just jaw pain. Dr. Klein has helped over 10,000 patients with TMJ disorders or obstructive sleep apnea, and I don't know of anyone else who is as passionate in helping patients. I've known Dr. Klein for close to a decade, and as a clinical professor at MSU Medical School, he knows that keeping current with pain and sleep issues is important for giving his patients the most current treatment protocols available. To learn more about TMJ issues or obstructive sleep apnea, visit tmjmichigan.com. That's tmjmichigan.com. And when you get to the Michigan Head and Neck Institute, please remember to tell them John McCulloch sent you.
Has the hysteria over sexual harassment gone too far? There are a couple of brave voices being raised that say, yes, it has. We'll debate it next time on The Medved Show. And one of the nation's most respected civil rights organizations is demanding that the Star-Spangled Banner be removed as our national anthem. Next time, we'll talk about why and what should replace it if it goes. Next time on The Medved Show.
Michael Medved, weekday evenings at 7 on The Patriot. The John McCulloch Show is brought to you in part by Online Trading Academy.
And welcome back. Glad you can join us. Sean Baligian sitting in for John McCulloch. I'm guessing that you guys have been following, when I say you guys, the listeners, people that choose to listen to this radio station, that choose to listen to the great John McCulloch, and unfortunately you're stuck with me today. I'm guessing you're following this Donna Brazile stuff, right? Because I'll tell you who isn't. The mainstream media. You don't believe me? You don't believe me? Fact check me right now. I want you to go to all the websites. Go to, you know the websites. I don't need to name them. Go to all the websites. Mainstream media. And see where that story is. This is a story of titanic proportions in so many different ways. Where is it? I'm not watching the national news right now because I'm busy doing this. But you know what? I found it on Yahoo today. Quite a few stories down. Go check them. Go run through all the other ones, okay? And as I mentioned, Donna Brazile, she's in self-preservation mode right now. She's trying to save Donna. Let's be honest, right? It's all about self-preservation. That's what it is. Tucker Carlson just unloaded on her last night. Donna, you know, you want to talk about the smoking gun? They're still looking for the smoking gun about Russia. Oh, Facebook ads. Opposition research. All of that, okay? Donna literally took the gun and set it on fire. She's throwing everybody under the bus. Throwing everybody under the bus. In case you missed it, she's coming out with a book. Hacks, the inside story of the break-ins and breakdowns that put Donald Trump in the White House. If you haven't heard some of the stuff, she said the Democratic Party was leached of its vitality by President Barack Obama, who basically left it broke. Accused the 44th president of the United States of caring, quote, deeply about his image, and he used the DNC to act as a bank for his personal political expenses. I think we all already know the part about Hillary. I'll bail you out on one condition. I get to be the DNC. This is fascinating stuff. And if you were listening to Hannity earlier, now the real thoughts of collusion, okay? She goes on to say that she felt that the Democratic Party was three different parts. Well, clearly, I think even a Democrat would admit that this party has been splintered. Three titanic egos, Barack, Hillary, and Debbie. I think we all know good old Debbie, don't we? Had stripped the party to a shell for their own purposes. The sabotage of Bernie Sanders' campaign, etc., etc. This isn't like, these aren't darts being thrown against a wall, being thrown against a board. These are real allegations and proof to back them up. And we already know that Debbie Wasserman Schultz was busted. We already know that CNN publicly chastised Donna Brazile for giving the questions ahead of time to Hillary Clinton. Why isn't this more of a story? And trust me, there are people from the other side that listen to this show, and I've had some very nice conversations with some of them that are skeptical, that are waiting for, I guess, our side to say dumb things or whatever the case may be. Stay tuned. I'm sure something dumb will come out of my pie hole. But I guess I would ask you, why isn't this more of a story? Because this is somebody that they thought that they were just going to throw under the bus and she was going to go away and she was going to live in great shame. And she decided, well, you know what? I'm going to own my part, kind of. Because she sure did spin out of it. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to write a book. And everybody's going under the bus. I have to be under the bus? Well, guess what? I'm taking everybody with me. Is that why? Do you think that's why it's not getting the coverage it deserves? Because clearly this is a jaded and bitter person. A jaded and bitter person that seems to be walking down Fax Avenue. A lot of people don't like to walk down Fax Avenue. Let's go to John in the lovely city of Farmington. John, if I could work this mouse, you are on 101.5 FM, AM 1400, The Patriot. Hi, John.
Am I on right now?
Yes, you are, sir. How are you?
Oh, okay. I forgot earlier what town I was in.
That's all right.
You know why? Because I'm a man I forget I don't know what country I'm living in anymore.
Oh, no. All right, go on. I'm intrigued.
Okay, I was going to respond to the NFL, but you're listening to you here talk about that. Did I say thanks for taking my call?
Yes, you did, sir. Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
You got it.
It's been a long day. Anyway.
It's been a long life, hasn't it? My goodness, especially some of the things going on in our country nowadays.
Yeah, I was going to, it's real that is real interesting what Donna Brazile had to say. Maybe she feels that our ex-president wasn't true to the revolution. And what do I mean by their revolution?
Yeah.
Meaning they were in it for money. Wow, isn't that a big surprise? But you see, you can't say that if you're Caucasian. If you're white, you're a racist, a hater, a bigot, a homophobe. And maybe she got tired of feeling like she was being thrown under the bus as a subaltern, really. And, hey, I'm going to look out for, she was going to her natural ally. Is that the word? I'm not even sure that's it. But I'm not entirely sure, but it's real interesting. There's no honeymoon now anymore, and I find that I would have thought for sure she would have, being a person of color, she would have backed Barack Obama up to the gates of hell and through through the gates. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what's interesting too, John, and thank you for the phone call. Considering this is somebody who was kind of held in high esteem and was a political commentator, I'm surprised this isn't getting more play. Actually, I'm not. I'm not with the way things are being covered. Who are we kidding, right? It's just interesting that there's somebody who, not that long ago, kind of walked in the sun with the DNC. Certainly walked in the sun with CNN. I can't tell you how many times I accidentally flipped on that station. Accidentally, mind you. And there she was. I'm surprised this isn't getting more play. No, I have to say it again. I'm being sarcastic. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Not at all. If you've lived in the last few years and how reporting has changed, you shouldn't be either. Sean Belegian sitting in for John McCulloch on FM 101.5 and AM 1400, The Patriot.
Managing an insurance claim can be a full-time job. Insurance companies may ask for detailed information and documentation, placing an overwhelming burden on you while you're trying to put your life back in order. AzerTech's licensed public adjusters understand the complexities of insurance policies and will handle everything for you. When disaster strikes your home or business, your first call must be to AzerTech. A recent commercial customer had their roof damaged in a storm. The insurance company came out and made an initial offer of $30,000. They called AzerTech, who investigated the claim and pointed out additional damages missed by the insurance company. AzerTech was then able to negotiate a settlement of over $175,000 for the customer. You wouldn't go to court without a lawyer. Don't file an insurance claim without AzerTech. Get paid what you are owed. For a free consultation, call AzerTech Public Adjusters at 855-CLAIM-55. That's 855-252-4655. 855-CLAIM-55. And please let them know you heard about it on the John McCulloch Show.
Now, on-time traffic and weather on the Patriot.
M39, the Southfield southbound at Warren, that accident has cleared. I-96 westbound at Novi Road, accident on the left shoulder. And we have slowdowns in the usual spots like 696 eastbound between M10 and Evergreen, I-75 northbound between Mack Avenue and 12 Mile, still some heavy spots. I-75 northbound between University Drive and Jocelyn Road, still a little bit heavy there. M59 eastbound between Mound Road and Van Dyke, some heavy traffic there. And M39, the Southfield southbound between 7 Mile and Ford Road, also heavy traffic there as well. Your weather forecast tonight: cold, a chance of snow showers before 7 p.m., then a chance of flurries after 7, mostly cloudy, a low around 21. Friday, a chance of flurries before 1 p.m., mostly sunny with a high near 30. Friday night, increasing clouds, a low around 21. Right now, it's 39 degrees. I'm Kevin Sanderson on the Patriot, FM 101.5 and AM 1400.
Join Faith Talk Detroit for the Michigan Christian Chamber Business Expo with great organizations like Bloomfield Christian School, teaching students biblical truths and classical academics from a Christian worldview. It's all happening November 17th at Woodside Bible Church's Troy campus with Comedy for a Cause, a benefit for Promise Village Home for Children, and the Michigan Christian Chamber Business Expo.
Visit MichiganChristianChamber.com, bringing ministry to the marketplace.
This is John McCulloch, and I'm really excited about Online Trading Academy and what they can do for you if you qualify. OTA is a brick-and-mortar school with 40 campuses around the world, Dubai, Dallas, Singapore, and Detroit, to name a few, in their 28th year providing market knowledge you can use. Their core strategy has a U.S. patent, and their instructors are professional traders who make their living in the markets whether they are going up or down. They teach that market transactions usually involve the transfer of money from a person who doesn't know to a person who does. OTA's goal is to teach you to maximize the occasions where you are the one who knows. They also teach that buy and hold is mathematically an unwise strategy because there are only 3 things the market can do. Online Trading Academy teaches you to recognize how to use those 3 things to your advantage. Do as I did and attend a free 3-hour power trading workshop on investment and trading to find out how professionals make money. I can't think of time better spent. Call 844-250-8723 and reserve your spot, or just go to the John McCulloch page at patriotdetroit.com.
The John McCulloch Show is sponsored in part by Greg Chiropractic Life Centers.
Sean Belegian sitting in for John McCulloch. We'll have the best of John tomorrow. You know, can I bring up something about the tragedy down in Texas. And do many of you out there have friends on the other side? Maybe you're somebody on the left waiting for me to screw up. I'm assuming most of you are on the right. But do you have friends on the other side? I thankfully do. Some of my political differences with some of my friends, it hasn't ruined friendships and things like that. Sometimes, especially in this climate, that has happened. But you know what's interesting? One thing that I notice is really, really touchy is the gun control stuff. It really is. And I was having a conversation with one of my friends the other day, and he was completely unaware that, yes, I am one of those horrible, dastardly people that have a gun in my house. Plotting and scheming. And you know what my gun does, Tiff? My gun sometimes gets up and walks out of the house and does bad things. I don't know what to do anymore. Maybe we should have a show sometime. Like after John's show, from 7 to 8, we'll do a show. What bad things did your gun do today? You want to do that? And we can all tell stories about, gun, I told you to stay locked up in that room. You didn't want to listen to me. You just had to go out last night, didn't you? You just had to go. But it was interesting. I was talking to my friend, and like when I told him I had a gun, he kind of looked at me like, and I go, can you believe it? You've been in my house multiple times, and my gun never even bothered you. If anything, maybe he was rude. He should have walked out and introduced himself. Hi, I'm Sean's gun. Tiff, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Sean's gun. And I'm certainly not trying to make light of what was a horrible, horrible tragedy. I hope you can separate the two. Sometimes people don't in these times. They're just looking to be offended. But I will tell you this, okay? Do you know what I think is disrespectful to those people who went through this tragedy? Politicizing it. Do you know what I also think is incredibly disrespectful? Not accepting the fact, the undeniable fact, that there was a hero there by the name of Stephen Williford. And if he did not have his gun, I don't want to think about what happened. I don't want to think about it. Really, I don't. I don't know if you heard his comments yet. He saw me, I saw him. I was standing behind a pickup truck for cover. I know I hit him. He got into his vehicle. He fired another couple rounds through his side window. When the window dropped, I fired another round at him again. As he pulled away in his car, Williford stopped the pickup truck. I think you've seen the interviews with him. Johnny, I can't remember his name. And he said, we need to stop him. They then proceeded to follow the suspect, calling 911 from the road. As they caught up to the gunman, the suspect's vehicle accelerated, hit a road sign before flipping over in a ditch. Williford told a station down there, he yelled, get out of the truck, but he never saw any movement. As we know, the suspect took his own life, according to officials. He also had called his father, I'm sure you've heard this, and said, Dad, I don't think I'm going to make it. Stephen Williford's a hero. His gun isn't a hero. Stephen Williford is a hero. Just as this crazy person, pray for his soul, but crazy person, his gun didn't kill those people. He did. He did. Why aren't we calling Stephen Williford's gun a hero? Stephen Williford's the hero. I am all for limiting assault rifles. I don't need an Uzi to go hunting deer. I don't. I don't need to go bring my AK-47 up in the Waters, Michigan area to go bag my buck. Let's be sensible. But while we're being sensible, can we say that Mr. Williford's a hero, not his gun? Can I also say that Devin Kelly, the gunman, is the villain and not his gun? Please, let's be sensible. There is common sense still. There really is. Back in a couple moments, some closing thoughts right here on The Patriot.
MotorCityHelpWanted.com salutes the employee of the month, the one employee you can't live without. The others, let's just call them Dave.
Dave, are you stealing from the vending machine?
No, Mr. Employee of the Month.
Well, your desk is littered with like hundreds of snacks.
I merely exposed a loophole by reaching my arm through the flap thingy. Does that sound like stealing to you?
Yes.
Granola bar?
If you don't mind hiring Daves, go to the national job boards. They may be free, but trust us, they'll cost you. We make it easy to post a job, and it's local, so you won't get spammed by faraway job seekers. MotorCityHelpWanted.com. Local jobs that work.
You know secondhand smoke is a health risk. When you see someone smoking or you smell smoke, you avoid it. Did you know the second leading cause of lung cancer cannot be seen, smelled, or tasted? It's radon gas. It may cause over 600 new lung cancers in Michigan this year. And the only way to know you're safe from radon is to have your home tested. 1 in 8 Michigan homes test positive for dangerous levels of radon gas. Call 1-800-RADON-GAS to learn more about radon and having your home tested. This message sponsored by the Michigan Department of Environmental Quality and the Michigan Association of Broadcasters.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, inventor of MyPillow. My employees and I would like to thank you for making MyPillow possible. Years ago, when I invented MyPillow, I thought I was the only one out there with problems sleeping. Pillows would go flat, I'd flip-flop all night, or wake up with a sore neck or headache. So that's why I invented MyPillow. You can adjust MyPillow's patented fill to your exact individual needs to help you get to sleep faster and stay there longer, to get the quality sleep you need. I back it with my 10-year warranty and my 60-day money-back guarantee. And now to thank you, I'm bringing back my best offer ever. Buy one of my MyPillows and get another one absolutely free.
Just go to MyPillow.com now and use the promo code WDTK to get Mike's best offer. Buy one MyPillow and get the second one absolutely free. But you must use the promo code WDTK to get this fabulous offer. Go to MyPillow.com now, promo code WDTK, and you too can start sleeping the way nature intended.
MyPillow.com. The John McCulloch Show is brought to you in part by Cruise Hearing Aid Services.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, very quickly before we get out of here today, did you hear about O.J. Simpson? TMZ is reporting that O.J. had a drunken disturbance at his Las Vegas hotel yesterday. Glasses at the bar were broken, and the former NFL star's behavior was so bad that hotel security arrived and removed him from the premises. Allegedly, he's been permanently banned from the Cosmopolitan. Ladies and gentlemen, O.J. Simpson, so great to have you back, Juice. What, do you think he was going to come out and act like a human being? Come on. Over under. A year, he's back in jail? Over under? I'll take the under all day. Tiff, always a pleasure to see you. We'll see each other Monday. And we'll talk to you on Monday as well. Thanks for inviting me into your radios. Best of John McCulloch tomorrow. We'll talk to you again on Monday right here on 101.5 AM 1400, The Patriot.
The John McCulloch Show is sponsored in part by Dr. Richard Klein of Michigan Head and Neck, Greg Chiropractic Life Center, AzerTech Public Adjusters, Cruise Hearing Aid Centers, and Online Trading Academy. The John McCulloch Show on the new FM 101.5 and AM 1400.
You can't handle the truth.
The Patriot.
Michael Medved for townhall.com. Whenever we experience a hideous slaughter like the recent assault on a Baptist church in Sutherland Springs, Texas, the left indulges an annoying and irrational instinct, calling urgently and self-righteously for minor tweaks in gun laws that would have done nothing, actually, to avert the horror. Meanwhile, the